things start to make sense.
Go back to that one thing I was talking about. Like a lot of people, and I noticed this. Like they're so much like afraid of losing. Even people that are good, they're afraid of losing. Like I know people that are good that could have been better. Do you understand that? Do you know people that are good that could have been better? I've watched it, and they think, and then those people think that they're all that, and then they start talking, but it's like, nah, you could have been better. You were naturally gifted. You never worked on your natural gifted talents. You know what I mean? You didn't really put much work in. You were just good, but you could have definitely been better. So those people like that are good that could have been better, those people are teaching and preaching messages. You understand what I'm saying? That's the problem I always had with any type of leader. It's like, I never seen enough failing. I never seen enough like realism. I didn't see nothing that was real. You just seemed too perfect to me. And it's back to what we were talking about, Xavier. You said listen to the message, listen to the message, not the messenger. I was too focused on the messenger, man. I just feel like if you just to portray the message and not be a part of the message and be real, I'm out.
But under that pretense, that's like saying I'm gonna dismiss my doctor because this nigga, because he eat cheeseburgers all day. He telling me I should keep my calories low. So I mean, that's looking at it under that light.
Point.
So
to your point, I got something for that point. I have a dentist. Well, I had a dentist. See, I had a dentist. He was doing the surgery on my teeth, and his teeth wasn't dope. Like, and as he was telling me why it's so important to get my stuff done, I'm looking in his mouth like, yo, this is amazing.
Because maybe really pretty teeth wasn't.
Because if it was, how come you didn't get your shit done?
Maybe it wasn't important to him. And we also know the mechanic got the worst car on the block because he's fixing everybody else's car. So again, under that prism, sometimes you could lose a good message.
But that goes
broken clock is right.
People say that about professors and teachers. They're like, oh, why I'm gonna learn financial literacy from this person, and they just a teacher and like that. So I don't think that always applies. Like you said, sometimes the message could come through even if you feel like the messenger is wrong.
The best coach for the worst player, bro.
Well, hold on. I want you to stretch that a little bit, Fernando, because that's one thing I'm really interested in. You're not teaching me financial literacy without congruency. I don't care who you are. I don't want to listen to anything you got to say without your congruency, because if it's that important, especially when it comes to finance, if it's that important, what is the reason why yours is not that way? That's my problem. Like, why are you teaching financial literacy and you don't have an 800 credit score?
I don't know, son.
Or you're not working that credit score somehow.
Well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what their credit score is.
I don't think you should be able to teach.
Yeah, but that's not fair, because again, that's like saying
you learning art. When we went to school, remember we was in third grade. We learned art in art class, and who was that? Mr. Green. Mr. Green wasn't in the museums and shit. Like, he wasn't a famous, but he had some techniques to show us, something that we could grow from and take from that and use as a stepping stone and learn something from there and keep it moving.
Hey, look,
forward.
Let me go. I'm gonna challenge both of you because you're both on this side, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. This is the problem with America: learning from teachers without the congruency. I don't get that.
But again,
I don't get, especially financial literacy. Are you kidding me?
I don't. A lot of times, people can interpret things better than do the action themselves. That's why a lot of good coaches never was all pro in the NFL, because you might have the information and can dissect it and deliver it well, but maybe you can't follow it yourself for whatever reason. But that doesn't mean the information you're giving me is incorrect. Like, those two don't always parallel.
Right.
Well, I just okay.
Yeah.
I think
if you playing growing up and you was playing football and you want to make it to the NFL, you learning from your coach, your high school coach or whoever it was. You soaking up game from your high school coach. You ain't got an NFL player out there telling you got to work your way up there by grabbing a little bit on the way up. You know what I'm saying? Because you can still learn. So, and some people are not even on that level. Like, for example, if someone's teaching financial literacy, they might have a plethora of knowledge when it comes to that, but what they don't have is that mind state to have used that to elevate themselves.
Wow, that's a good one. That's
because
a real good one.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But the problem is with financial literacy, I need you to have discipline. And you telling me you're going to have an undisciplined teacher teaching financial literacy, I'm out.
Because he knows it well.
I learned financial literacy, and I learned a lot of things I learned from real teachers. Real teachers, people that are actually doing it. It's hard for me to learn. Me personally, it's hard for me to learn from someone that's not doing it. We're talking about financial literacy. We're not talking about science. We're not talking about language arts. We're talking about financial literacy.
Yeah, but you can take.
Hold on.
But you can take. But what? Yeah.
Hold on. Let's say I bombed. Let's say I made some bad financial decisions, made some bad investments, and I fucking lost everything. But I'm trying to teach you financial literacy. Does that mean I don't know financial literacy? Does that discredit any of the knowledge I've had and I've gained?
Hold on, Fernando. Hold on. It means hold on. It means that in order for you to have proven your point just now, you had to preface that with the fact that you did take financial losses. How many teachers are doing that?
But you don't know what those.
Well, you adding stuff. You just adding stuff to make your argument more correct than ours.
That's what you do.
So let me say something. Hold on. So let me say something. So if you speak to someone that has bad credit and they be like, "Yo, Ronald, get a credit card and keep it under 30% of utilization. That'll make your credit grow faster." But my credit is 400. Let's say. You just learned financial literacy, a little piece of it from me, even though I don't have the credit score you're trying to get. But guess what? I took the L. You know, Hov did that. Hopefully y'all ain't have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? I took the L for you. I ain't take it for you, but I took the L. Now you don't have to take it because I just gave you a piece of financial literacy I learned. So you mean you can't learn from me in that instance?
No, I can't. That's the problem. That's the problem. What happened?
This is a lose-lose conversation.
Yes, we can't win this argument, son.
Hey, that's the problem with half people in my life. I'm not learning shit. Number one, if I don't want to be you, and if you don't have congruency.
So you saying you're not learning because you ain't gonna listen to it.
Hey yo, here's the shit, and this is the argument.
Hold on, you got a 500 credit score. I want to know more. All right, you told me about what it's like to do a good one. I want to know more. What happened to your credit score? That's the thing. I'm going to want to ask about your credit score.
That person is going to tell you.
Okay, if you tell me about what happened to your credit score, then it makes what you're saying more valuable. But if you don't tell me about what the hell's going on with you, I don't want to hear nothing.
But this is
so in other words, you can get financial literacy by someone that is not where you want to be. As if that person came to you, "Hey Ronald, my score is 400 because I didn't know you got to only use 30% of your credit card and you could pay before the billing statement and all of this stuff. Could put your Netflix on that credit card or something and just put it away, throw it out, and your credit score go up. If I would have did that, my score would have been up. But I did the complete opposite. I bought a $3,000 TV and I started paying a minimum payment, and my limit was $3,000. Now my score is 400. Don't do that, Ronald. Don't be like me.
You're stretching.
Did you learn from me?
No. Hey, yo, go ahead. Tell him, please.
He not listen. Hey, yo, because this argument me and Ron go over often. And because from Ronald's standpoint, Ronald won't listen to nobody because nobody will meet Ronald's standard, because everybody has something in the closet that they don't want someone else to know about. And so like you might have a preacher, right, that says, yo, like, this is a sin, that is a sin, but we know the preacher always creeping with somebody's wife.
Yeah, we ain't listening to the preacher. I'm sorry, we're not listening to the preacher. That's out the window. That's out the window.
Apply that same principle to anybody.
Miss Parker.
To anybody. You could be a scientist, right? You could be a scientist. You're a scientist, right? And like he come to find out you over there breaking some laws and you trying to teach him science. No, bruh. No, you can't teach me science if you over there breaking laws and doing dumb shit.
Yo, because look, what I'm saying, Fernando, what is wrong with what I'm saying?
Because it's unrealistic.
Find out the moment.
Well, first of all,
this is with anything.
Nothing is wrong with what you're saying. Nothing's wrong with what you're saying. All I'm saying is that you can take bits and pieces of information from someone even if they ain't got it because they know where they messed up at. But if you look at it the other way, I don't really care. You feel me? I'm not upset about it. It is what it is.
All I'm saying is that when those when those individuals, obviously you can learn, but when those individuals tell you certain things, they got to tell you about their mishaps too.
But nobody starts off that way, bruh. Nobody says, yo,
that's my problem.
I can teach you how to get a credit score, but I done fucked up some money gambling, couple prostitutes, couple strippers. My money's gone. Like nobody starts off like that.
Hey, yo, I feel like what you want is what you talking about is different, Ronald. This dude with the 400 credit score is not going to be a mentor. If you want to mentor somebody to follow their footsteps as far as where you want to be, the person has to already be there.
Yes.
So that's a different thing. That's a different thing. If I want to be a real estate mogul, I'm following the best real estate mogul I feel like I relate to. They got a relatable story and they already got it. If I want to be into stocks, I'm looking at this person that already know what they're doing. I feel like they're genuine. I'm not going to talk to the person that lost all their money in stocks and still have never made it back. You may learn from their mistakes, but yeah, a mentor is different than what we're talking about. A mentor, you going for the person that already got it. That if you want an 800 credit score and I have one, you can listen to me. I could, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But I know what you're saying.
There's a lot because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there talking. There's a lot of people out there talking, and it's just like, wow.
There's all the cats with the 400 credit score doing the most talking.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there talking.
Let me tell you, sir. And they all got, and you know what? It costs $10 to get $10,000 of fake prop money. Just so you know, these people be out there holding it. Oh, I did this and that, and I got all this money, bro. Fake money look mad real too. Just to let the kids out there know. Just let the kids out there know.
Really not 500 because we both try to get
exactly my point. So this, like I said, she's saying exactly my point. Thanks, Ebony. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not about to talk to somebody. Nah, you know what I mean? I want to talk to somebody who got it. And you know what's crazy? That's just being. You know, that's my level of, like you said, X. My level of expectation. That's all.
Yo, I dig it. That's the bare minimum before they can give you, Ronald, any type of advice. Let me see your diary.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. Ain't nothing wrong with that though. Like I'm with you on that. I ain't saying there's something wrong with your expectation or who you want to listen to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, if you're coming from a perspective of like a financial literacy or life philosophy or something like that, I mean, you definitely got to see some congruency because, like, you don't want to follow some guy because you dig his life philosophy, like, you know what I mean, his yoga philosophy. And you find
I like to learn from other people's mistakes too. Like for example, at my job, bro, every once in a while somebody gets put out of service for, I don't know, they may have ran a signal or something. As soon as I hear it, when I get a chance to talk to that person, I'm like, who, what, when, where, why? How did it happen? What did you do? What was your day like? Because I ain't trying to get put out for 30 days and nothing like that at my job. So
right.
If you did some dumb shit, I'm coming straight to you. Yo, Ronald, what'd you do? So I don't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I think that's kind of more or less what I'm saying.
Right. I get it from that point. You know what not to do. But a person with like a low credit score teaching you about credit, that low, especially as low as we're talking, and they
not about to do a class.
Hold on. Look at this one. I'm about to get you. With a person with a credit score as low as we talking, and they try to tell you, yeah, the reason why my credit score this way is because I spent more than 30% of my credit card.
Hey yo, I think the low credit is low hanging fruit, bro. I think that's the easy one, bro. I think that's the only reason. Easy one.